We got London on the
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My clown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night. See the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better style. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor. Only watch Scarface. I met her at a club. She twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, hood, wanna everything that I get. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity. Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Chicago Bears. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
On one, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. Fights him off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, this
This defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Off play action, Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They snap it to Fields. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Tyreek Stevenson.
Now Burrow. Incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Bears take over 1st and 10
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Fields on first down. And this one too low. You talk about this Bengals defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. They'll set up a throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
You got a mini base.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first and 10, here's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a second and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff running through the middle. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. One play action, Fields. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First down, Bengals.
Here we go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
12. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. There he goes, left side. Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
On two, ready?
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 64 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's Fields. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow on play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Bears 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Play action. It's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now, this has been a one-sided first half to this point, no doubt, but at least signs of life here. They're on the board.
Yeah, and I think if they went to the halftime down big with 0 points on the board, it'd be a struggle to see them come out in the second half and play well. So very important, vital here. And if they make a huge comeback, we'll look back at this moment and point to the start of it.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Bears 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Now Fields. Jones has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, it might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
11 mighty.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Airing one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Now Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
11.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
A gain there of 21 yards. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 187 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
They go play action with Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bears 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up
to make it pass.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
On one. Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals are pouring it on. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The kick is good.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Here's Fields now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And now here is another interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. Touchdown! T. Higgins. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bears 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv.
He's got a man complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now it's Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10. Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Go.
Foreman takes it, headed right. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Fields going to move them around.
Second and 7.
Chips left.
On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on third down, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now 2nd and 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go.
And the Bengal first down.
And they go play action now. Burrow throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Here we go.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 53 yards. And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bengals 84, Bears 21. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's good.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but As you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One play action. Fields. That went behind his man. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert, and the Bengals will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards.
Jamar Chase. A gain of 46 yards on the play. 1st down, Cincinnati.
On 1, ready?
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he will not make it to the goal line, as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense, as they have been porous all game long.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward.
And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Here we go.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
we go. I'm good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time.